Are you ready to start making more money in your own niche specialized business? Well, you have come to the right place. Welcome to Money on Your Mind. Today's show is brought to you by our sponsors, Contact Keeper, a better way to keep business cards and meeting notes together. Get more organized and productive by going to contactkeeper.com. And Bonnie Automotive for all your automotive needs at 640 Boston Ave in Ball Square, Somerville. My name is Belinda Fuchs, and I'm a CPA and Chief Money Motivator at ownyourmoney.com. At Own Your Money, we help people better manage the emotional aspects around their money to become more aware, confident, and rich. Our newest product, Invest in Yourself, the 7-day system to take control of your money, provides you a step-by-step plan to immediately better understand and improve your financial situation. You can go to our updated interactive website at ownyourmoney.com to get your CD program, plus details on our presentations, consulting, and to watch past Money on Your Mind TV shows. We help people own their money so that they don't feel owned by their money, and we want to help you too. We understand that money is on your mind, and we are so glad you tuned in to today's show, Money on Your Mind, to learn how to survive and thrive these turbulent times. And particularly today's show, Riches in Niches, how to make it big in a small market. I am pleased to welcome my guest today, Susan Friedmann. Susan Friedmann is the Nichepreneur coach, and she's an internationally recognized niche marketing expert. A prolific author, Susan has written 12 books, including Riches in Niches, How to Make It Big in a Small Market, Meeting and Event Planning for Dummies, and her latest book, The Complete Idiot's Guide to Target Marketing. Susan is the how-to coach helping entrepreneurs and small business owners maximize opportunities to increase results and focus on building better relationships with customers, prospects, and advocates in the marketplace. Welcome, Susan.
It's good to be here. Thank you, Belinda.
Yes, and thank you for being here. And often we hear this term, niche marketing, but what does it really mean, and how does somebody get involved and get started with it?
It's interesting because that's a question I get a lot. And the word niche, or niche as I like to say since I'm from England,
okay.
And it's really a French word, and it means a crevice, a small area. Well, actually what it is finding a small area of your marketplace that you can specialize in. So for example, if you're a service provider, an accountant, a lawyer, a money manager, all of these are general, and there are a lot of generalists out there. But in order to stand out from the crowd, you need to be more of a specialist. So you find an area within that you can specialize in.
That's so important because there's so many out there. You open up the phone book and there's like a whole list. And for everybody watching, we want them to be the go-to person.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. People love specialists. People want somebody, who is a specialist and that they go to. They don't want a generalist. They want somebody who knows the information, a one-stop shop, who really knows what they're talking about.
Right, so that when they go to them, they say, oh, this person is great for me.
Exactly.
Right? And they really feel like they can be helped.
Exactly.
And when you talk about being the nichepreneur coach, maybe we should even take a step back and say, well, what is a nichepreneur?
And that was a word, when I wrote my book, Riches in Niches, How to Make It Big in a Small Market, I wanted a word that would describe exactly somebody who niche market was, who they were. And so I came up with this word, nichepreneur.
That's fantastic.
And people are still obviously learning what it is, but it's literally somebody who specializes in a niche market or a niche market.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We'll give it to you. You
yes.
are from England.
Yeah, so I vacillate between the two. Since it's riches in niches, rather than riches in niches.
I got it. Yeah, I think us here in America would understand it better. So, so in your book, I know you talk about the gel formula. And I believe this is just fantastic. Would you be able to share that with our audience today?
Absolutely. The gel formula, I looked at, when people start out and looking at how do they find the right niche for themselves. Mm-hmm. So I put together this gel formula. The G stands for growth. You need to look at markets that are growing. The E stands for experience. It really helps if you have experience in a field. And then the L stands for love. You know, you really have to be passionate. You really have to love what you do. Otherwise, you're just going to burn out. I mean, just doing it for the money you know, you want more than that.
Yeah, it wears out fast. I found that once I started my own business of Own Your Money, it was way harder than I originally realized.
Yes.
And so if you don't love it, you're just not going to want to continue it. So I'm a big fan of each of those. And we're actually going to take a short break now and hear from our sponsors, and then we're going to bring back a woman named Paula Mooney that you're going to be able to coach right live on our show with your gel formula.
We'll give it a try.
So great. Here come our sponsors. Welcome back to Riches and Niches, How to Make It Big in a Small Market. And now we have with us Paula Mooney. Thank you for joining us today, Paula.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And as the owner and director of a private preschool and kindergarten, Paula fostered strong relationships with each of her students' parents, emphasizing the importance of teachers and parents being on the same page. Paula has decided to transition to working with parents and early childhood teachers and staff on a full-time basis. She has written several articles addressing parenting issues as well as 3 children's books. And we asked you to come today so that Susan here could have a chance to coach you some live on our show about how to implement the gel formula in your new reinvented business.
Great.
So Susan, can you help us some here with Paul?
Well, we'll give it a try.
Okay.
So Paula, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Susan.
And as you think about the education market, I mean, you've already got a footing in that market. As you think about that market, are there some areas that are growing particularly, or some trends that you think you could specialize in?
Yes. Education, as we know, there's always growth involved. I am interested in working with first-time parents and their children's first educational venture, as well as at-home issues. And I am very, very passionate about bullying and preventing bullying.
That's a very topical area, as we know.
Yes.
So it's been featured in the news a lot.
Yes.
So yes, so there's a lot of emphasis in that area. So if you come along as being an expert in that area and willing to work with that could be a very interesting growth area. So that would be the G in the gel formula. The E, experience. Well,
experience.
How much experience have you had in the education market? Silly question.
A lot. I've had over 20 years experience working with young children and their parents and siblings. And I have, as Belinda mentioned, I have written a number of articles for parents, and I have just completed